Hello there, very good afternoon to you and welcome to Lunchtime News, coming to you live and direct from the Newsfirst studio here in Colombo. Let's start off with a look at the headlines. Angela Matthews takes over as captain to lead Sri Lanka in the World T20. Giving a voice to the voiceless, the Newsfirst Gum at the Door-to-Door campaign enters its 14th day today. Services at the water purification plant in Nadugala, Mathura comes to halt. Now to those stories in detail. A suspect connected to the shooting of a pregnant woman opposite the Valikada prison was arrested by the Police Crimes Division. The police media unit said that the suspect was arrested in Midigama, Valigama. The arrested individual is a 26-year-old resident of Valigama. A hand grenade and 5 mobile phones were found in the possession of the suspect. Further investigations into the incident are being conducted by the Colombo Crimes Division. Meanwhile, Southern Provincial Councillor D.V. Uppul has been arrested for allegedly assaulting an individual. Police media spokesperson S.P. Ruwangunasekara stated that the provincial councillor was arrested after he surrendered himself to the Tissamaharama police today. He is to be produced before the Tissamaharama Magistrates Court today. Parents demonstrated on the Colombo-Katunayake main road today. The parents of students from a school in Sidua demonstrated today against the sudden transfer given to the school's principal. A correspondent said that the demonstration had brought traffic to a halt on the Colombo-Negombo main road. Minister of Housing and Construction Sajid Premadasa participated at a public meeting in Kahan Damodara, Tangor last night.
අද වෙන විට රට තුල මහා භීෂණකාරී තත්ත්වයක් බිහි වෙලා.
They say that a fearful situation has arisen in the country. Who is saying this? It is the very people who are committing the crimes. During the era of the white van, democracy did not exist in the country. Everyone lived in fear and suspicion 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Today, the government has implemented a certain kind of terror. That is the terror against the underworld. As a government, we have made a decision to unite the tri-forces in order to nab every drug dealer and apprehend all criminals. Today, it isn't a terror that has been implemented. It is democracy that has emerged victorious.
අද භීෂණයක් ක්‍රියාත්මක වෙන්නේ නැහැ. අද ජයග්‍රහණය කරලා තිබෙන ප්‍රජාතන්ත්‍රවාදය.
Organizer of the SLFP Minuangona electorate Ruwan Ranatunga participated in a public meeting in Ragama.
The meeting was held to distribute equipment to low-income families in the Ragama area. Some people engaged in politics today can fulfill their political ambitions if there is conflict or problems in the country, or if there are issues between races or religions. What happens thereafter is the resources of the country being lost. Some of our former MPs and ministers keep saying that the police FCID should be abolished. When a government changes, I believe that a new police should be created. A different FCID needs to be created. An institution needs to be created that can investigate the wrongs of a past government and punish those responsible. Such an institution needs to be created if an era of clean politics is to be introduced. If we have not committed wrong, or stolen, or taken bribes, or threatened and assaulted people, what do we need to fear?
On to another headline-making story on the lunchtime news today. Operations at the Nadugala water purification plant have been suspended after saline had mixed with the Nilwala River. Mathura Regional Manager of the National Water Supply and Drainage Board, S.K. Samanthakumar, said that 6,500 cubic meters of water purified daily is lost following this situation. He added that the supply to several higher ground in Mathura would be disrupted. He went on to note that sandbags have been used to prevent the saline from further mixing with the river water. Meanwhile, today is International Women's Day, and the theme this year is Empower the Woman for a Sustainable Future. The national event to mark Women's Day was held in Ampara today under the auspices of President Maithripala Sirisena. The event, organised by the Ministry of Women and Children's Affairs, was held at the Ampara Municipal Council grounds. The event, which was presided over by the President, was also attended by ministers and MPs. Presented with houses to mark the program initiated by the National Housing Development Authority for widows. A religious ceremony was organised at the Navagamo Sri Patini Devalaya to mark Women's Day. Today is day 14 of the Newsfirst Gum at the Door-to-Door campaign, Sri Lanka's largest national public service initiative. Our teams touring the heart of rural Sri Lanka witnessed and experienced firsthand the problems plaguing some of the most vulnerable sections of the populace. This initiative is supported by the University of Peradeniya.
Gum at the Door-to-Door, a national public service initiative.
The Newsfirst Gum at the Door-to-Door campaign is taking place centering the Polonnaruwa, Mathura and Vavuniya districts. The Newsfirst team in the Mathura district was at work even last night as there was a plethora of issues faced by the locals in those areas. The people of Mologahena, one of the most rural places in Mathura, face many hardships to live on a daily basis. These locals undergo many difficulties to ensure that their children do not stay in hunger. This is Nabika Tushari from Mologahena.
අබ්බියෝ තමයි යහුවේ. ගමට පාරක් නැහැ. ගමේ පන්සල දියුණු වෙලා නැහැ. රස්සා නැති ළමයි ගොඩක් ඉන්නවා. දුප්පත් ජීවල් ඔක්කොම තියෙන්නේ. එදා දවසේ කුලිය කරගෙන තමයි කවුරු ජීවත් වෙන්නේ. දුකෙන්මයි ඉන්නේ. එදා දවස කන්න මේලවන්න නැති මිනිස්සු ගොඩක් ඉන්නවා මේ හැරේ. අපි උනත් ඉන්නේ දුක්බර ජීවිතයක් තමයි රජ ඉඩම වගේ තියෙන්නේ. රිසියස් ඉඩමක වගේ තමයි අපි ජීවත් වෙන්නේ. මම ජීවත් වෙන්නේ කුලියට.
අපි බලධාරීන්ගෙන් නිවුස් ෆස්ට් ගම් මැද්ද ගේන්ගෙට වැඩසටහනේ ගමින් ගමට යන ගමන් අපි බලධාරීන්ගෙන් ඉල්ලා සිටින්නේ මේ වගේ ගැටලු විසඳලා දෙන්න කියලා.
අපේ ගමේ මතුව දුරු කොල්ල දෙන්න කියලා කියන්න ඕන. පවුල් වල හැමදාම ප්‍රශ්න ඇති වෙන එක තමයි.
The team in the southern province commenced today's program from the Hakmana area. An event was organised at the Sri Sariputtarama temple in Hakmana to welcome the team. Group Director of the Capital Maharaja organisation, Anuradha Jai Singha, was also present for the event.
To commence the 14th consecutive day of the Gum at the Door-to-Door program, we reached the Hakman area. To start the day's proceedings, this morning we visited the Sri Sariputtarama Vihare in Lanka. Religious rituals were performed and the government crew was warmly welcomed by the area residents. One of the main concerns of these people in this area is that the inability to access to drinking water. So, stay tuned with Newsfirst as we will bring you the latest updates of the Gum at the Door-to-Door program. For the Newsfirst team, I'm Azraza.
The Newsfirst team visited the residence of Madhu Manike last evening in Madaragiriya after information was received that her husband was killed in a wild elephant attack. Newsfirst was able to witness the gravity of the human-elephant conflict in the area. Madhu Manike's husband was mauled to death by an elephant 2 years ago. She lives with a salary that is sent by her 19-year-old daughter who is employed at the Katunayaka Free Trade Zone. Madhu Manike is also taking care of 2 other children who are still schooling. Her major concern is that she must visit the National Hospital in Colombo for treatment once a month. All she hopes for is to get her medication from someplace close and to find a source of income to survive. Sri Lanka's largest public service initiative commenced this morning and reached Rotavava and other surrounding villages. The Newsfirst team, based in the northern province, is currently covering the Vaunia district. The Newsfirst team reached the Alamkulam village, which is located in one of the most rural areas in Vaunia.
Day 14 of the Come at the Door-to-Door campaign here in Vaunia, right here in Alamkulam as our first stop, and we commenced our program with a welcoming ceremony. And as you can see behind me, our welcome was very warm, and these people are so enthusiastic to welcome us. And we have commenced our program inside in this hall, and we are speaking to the people and finding out their difficulties and problems they face in this village, and we will find solutions to their problems. For the Newsfirst team, I'm Florin Rajendran reporting from Alamkulam, Vaunia.
Gum at the Door-to-Door, a national public service initiative.
The unparalleled island-wide campaign, Gum at the Door-to-Door. Newsfirst, Sri Lanka's largest and most influential news provider, together with the University of Pereira, takes the unprecedented step. Walking from home to home, asking people this one simple question: what would make your life better? From the 24th of February to the 18th of March, covering all 25 districts, ensuring the very last home in each village is covered. A revolutionary campaign with one aim: giving a voice to the voiceless.
Now on to a story here at home. Angela Matthews is to lead the Sri Lankan cricket team at the ICC World T20. Sports Minister Dayasiri Jayasekara made the announcement at a press briefing held with the SLC selectors.
We took a decision to appoint someone in the caliber of Arabinda de Silva as the chief selector for Sri Lanka cricket, since he is someone who brought glory to the sport and the country. In the same manner, we appointed former captain Kumar Sangakkara, who garnered a lot of respect in the world and is much respected by all. For the team, Angela Matthews will captain the side, while Dinesh Chandimal will be the vice captain. Other members named Atiyam Dilshan, Lahir Tirimana, Shehan Jayasuriya, Melinda Sirivardhana, Chamara Kapagedara, Dasun Shanaka, Tisara Pereira, Nuwan Kulasekara, Dushmanta Chamiwa, Wangana Hewat, Suranga Lakmal, Sachit Tirsenanayaka and Lasit Malinga.
Sajitra Siranayaka, Parasuni Kritika Lasit Malinga, Abi Namkala Divino.
We convened a meeting and came to a conclusion that there was no trust in the selection committee with just a few hours left, and cricket was more valuable to the country than ever. In my cricket life, I have never seen such indecision even at the last minute. When we spoke to the minister regarding this, he said that if a new selection committee needs to be appointed, he would support us in that endeavour. I have never seen our cricket team at such a low. I think that is one reason why I am here today. Sangakkara and the rest of us are here today in order to support the team as a nation and as former cricketers. We need to be mentally able to face challenges that come our way when we are not prepared. Even in 2014, when we won the championship, we were not sure until the last night as to whether we will participate or not. So in my experience, this is not something new.
Well, that's a wrap of Lunchtime News. Remember to stay ahead. You need to stay close to News First. For that, you simply need to log on to our website, www.newsfirst.lk. I'm Stephanie Lazarus. The latest news update will come your way at 1:55.